Hello fam, welcome to Flower City Blooms. How does your garden grow? My name is Miguel, and today we will be making lactic acid bacterium, or lab. Takes carbohydrate substrates and turns them into organic acids. Long story short, you spray it in your soil and it helps decompose and break things down quicker. It's a probiotic, same type of stuff that's in yogurt, cottage cheese. You can drink it. It's healthy for you. It's healthy for the plants. You can use it in foliar sprays. Mix it with your organic oils and come up with some integrated pest management or IPM to help keep the buggies away. Real simple to do, and you can also use it, and I will later, in making a fermented plant extract. So, first thing you need, rice. I got some rice here, and then I have a container. Seems pretty easy. We're just going to take the rice, throw it in the container. How much you ask? No clue. Don't think it really matters because we're not using the rice for anything. So I'll just get a good amount in there so that I know I can get the rinse water off of it. Over here, water. I have it dechlorinated, and I will just pour my water in here like this. And you can see it's already cloudy, like water does when you do. I'm just going to give it a good rinsing like this. Move it around, get it milky and real cloudy. Get all those nice starches off of it. That's what we're really looking for, I think, here. And once I get it, so that I have a nice dirty rice water, basically, I'll take it. And I'll strain my rice out because I don't really care about the rice. Like I said, I'm just looking for that milky water. So I'll strain that out. Now, what we're going to use this for is we're going to mix this with milk. We're going to mix it 1 part of the rice water to 9 parts milk. I'm using probably some ball quart jars, so that should be enough liquid. However, just because I'm not positive, I'll probably make a little more. We'll see. I have a shallow dish here because anytime you're fermenting or something, you can spread surface area. It's going to help you out. So I'll pour this in here. And I don't think I am going to make more because that pretty much fills my container. So I have a breathable top, just a piece of paper towel. I'm going to put over this. And then I have a rubber band that I'll put around the container. So that it holds the paper towel in place. Nothing too fancy, just like that. And then I will take this, and for me, because, well, what is my basement right now? My basement right now is about 60 degrees. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it upstairs. It's about 4 or 5 degrees warmer up there in a dark place. So I'll probably put it inside my closet, to be honest, on my closet floor. Close the door. Check it every day, but in 2 to 3 days, 1 to 3 days, depending, the liquid should get sweet smelling. Once it smells sweet, we know it's fermented enough, and we'll move on to the next step. And until we have lab, I'm guessing it'll take us a week to 10 days to make it. And by then, the nursery pots should start to be close to rooting out, so that when we do our transplant, we'll be able to water in that first transplant with some lactic acid bacteria, and then I can use some of the extra lactic acid bacteria in making a pumpkin fruiting ferment. So when I flip the flower, I will have all that vitamin A, B, C, all that phosphorus, all that good stuff in the pumpkin in a fermented form that I can use as a natural amendment that I created myself. I would encourage you to do the same. Thank you for your time. We'll be back to finish this video up once this smells nice and sweet. Hey fam, we're back. Tuesday night, 5 o'clock, we had rinsed the rice water. Friday at noon. And I've got a pretty nice sweet smell, not vinegary, not anaerobic, or whichever way it's not supposed to be. It doesn't smell rotten, you know. So I'm going to take the rice water. I'm going to pour it into this pitcher because it's just going to be easier for me to measure out that way. And there we go. So I told you this is a pretty easy process. We're going to do 1 part rice water, 9 parts milk. This is a 32-ounce mason jar. If I take 32 ounces, because we have 10 parts total, and I divide it by 10, that's 3.2 ounces per part. So and since I only need 1 part of rice water, I'll put 3.2 ounces of the rice water in. I'll fill the rest of the jar with milk. Probably put like 2.8 ounces in because I drank some milk with cereal. And I don't quite have a full half gallon here, which is 2 quarts, which is this. But, you know, that's the deal. Pretty easy. So I've got my measuring shot glass again. This measuring shot glass is 3 ounces. So it works out pretty good. I'm just going to put one of these in there. You know, with some of this stuff being exact to the micromillimeter, we're not using salts, man. I'm not worried about it. That's why I like organic. For me, it seems a little more forgiving. I understand that it's slower to respond, so you can't fix things as quickly. But I live in my house, I work in my house, and my garden is in my house. So I have the time on a lunch break or whatever just to check in or to give the love and be ahead of it, man. Do a top dress thing. I know it needs to be done every about 20 days. Hit it at 17. The stuff that I'm making here, these liquid things, that fermented fruit extract that is the goal of making this lab, really, that's going to be my liquid nutrients. Still organic, nice and easy. So here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Real easy. Boom. Go to like there, right there. That way that I could actually use all the milk. Still want a breathable top. We're going to do the same thing. Got a paper towel here that I'm going to try, hopefully not rip. So just put this ring over it real nice and easy. Boom. Oh, that worked beautiful, man. Beautiful. So I'm going to take that jar. I'm going to do this one real quick because it is real quick. 3 ounces. Shoop. Into the jar. And the rest of the milk. Oh, look at that, man. I didn't eat too much cereal, man. We're going to be golden. That's nice. So, same thing. Paper towel. Breathable jar. Now I'm going to take this, put it upstairs in my closet the same way I did that. I'm actually going hunting. I'll be back Sunday. But that's 3 days. That's not too long. Well, you're going to see what you're looking for once this is done here is you'll see that this liquid's going to become clear. And at the top here is going to be a solid. There might be a little bit at the bottom, some sediment. That's fine. That solid at the top is basically cheese. We could take that cheese and put it in a cheese press. I might make a homemade one. We'll see Sunday what time it is and what I feel like after hunting. But that you want to put the cheese press, let the liquid drain out. Once it's drained real good, take it and put it in a pan, slightly melt it till it's gooey. Add whatever you want, a lot of salt. And I'll put like cherry peppers and stuff like that in there. Put it back in the press it again to get more out. The more you press it, the harder block of cheese. You want a softer cheese, don't press it so hard, you know. I'll probably use like, I don't know. We'll see if I get into that project or not. If I don't make cheese out of this one, I will do that in the future. If I don't make it, then I'll throw it in the worm bin. It's beautiful, man. I'm not going to let anything go to waste. So we'll put these in that closet. I'll come back Sunday, and we'll finish this video off. You know, and as always, stay grateful. All right, fam. So here we are. Welcome to Flower City Blooms. It's Sunday. And the lactic acid bacteria are ready to shoot the next part of the video. It has separated. You can see the cheese at the beginning and the bottom. This is Miguel Cortez. How's your garden grow? I'm in the pocket, as you would say. Properly medicated. So The end of this video is a little sloppy in the beginning. I do apologize, but you know, it is a living diary, and this is where we are right now. Pretty simple. I'm gonna take a quick hit. Oh. I'm gonna take a quick hit, and then we'll get into the video. But basically, all we're gonna do is separate this cheese off the top and bottom. Put it in one jar, refrigerated, unstabilized. It'll be good for 30 days. We're going to take the other jar and mix it with equal weight brown sugar and put it on a shelf where it's cool and relatively dark. And that'll make it stable for up to a year. We'll be able to use this for foliar spray, for spray in the watering to help better release the micronutrients in the soil. As well as I'm going to take an ounce, probably next week, along with an ounce of unsulfured molasses. I'm going to mix it with chopped up pumpkin from Halloween and put it in a bucket, let it sit for a week to 10 days, and it should make a fermented fruit extract that I can use during flowering as a natural amendment that we made for basically free. So it's pretty easy. First step is we grab this and we separate the whey or cheese from the ferment. And I was going to make cheese out of this because you can, and it's pretty cool. But timing's not working out with where my life is right now. So this almost cottage cheese mixture that I'm pulling, you can see, it's already a soft cheese. Like, I can literally take this and with no worry about being gross or detriment to health, eat it. Tastes like cottage cheese. So I'm going to pull as much of that out of the mixture as I can with a slotted spoon. Because we're not making cheese with this one, what we'll end up doing is I'll end up putting in the worm bit and feeding the worms with it. Once I get as much out as I can, I have this screen filter. Got it from the dollar store. Fits nice in this. I have some clean jars, and I am just going to separate further the whey from the cheese, and just pour out the lactic acid bacteria. Nice and easy. I'll run these jars probably through my dishwasher, and I'll reuse them for something later. So I grab that. Back and go to the worms. Not overly worried about it. Got a nice clear jar of lactic acid bacteria. Alright, we'll do the same with the second jar. This jar I will label. I don't have the tape out right now. I won't do it on tape. But I'll label with the date. I'll make sure that I know that I put it out 25 days because I know it's good for about a month. And I like to be ahead of it as a waste date, and I'll use out of that to make the ferment, because this one will last a year, and the one that's going to last a year we'll use later. For the next month though, I'll play with that one. We'll throw it in my IPM, my integrated pest management system. I'll mix that with oils, do some foliar sprays. I'll probably do 1 or 2 waterings with it, about no sooner than every 7 to 10 days. But it'll be healthy. And I mean, honestly, when I give you this advice, this is all off of me learning from other people. Watch Green Goblin, he makes this. Watch Chris Trump, he makes this. But they make it better. I obviously don't know what I'm doing. When we get to the garden update this week, you'll see. Transplant. I transplanted a little early because I saw one plant with roots that were poking through the bottom, and I didn't wait to see that all the other plants were the same structural development. And I just transplanted and got excited. I think I killed one for that. But the one with the coat of lettuce leaves that didn't open up the air in from that I thought wasn't their side will be. So I got plants at different stages of development. I learned a lot about the early development that they don't cover in all those videos that I've watched. And I've watched thousands of hours of videos. But what they do is you always see, hey, these are the 3 ways to germinate. Then it's like, oh, now we're in veg state. Let's transplant. No one talks about between germination and veg state They don't talk about, like, once you see your seed pop, get it out of that humidity dome within the first 24 to 48 hours. They don't say, hey, like, when you see one plant with roots coming out of the bottom, if we got 3 or 4 other, wait till everybody is rooted out. I already kind of should have known that. I'm impatient. I'm making mistakes. I'm a new grower. It's okay. Just don't make the mistakes I make. You know, that's why I'm doing this, man, so I can learn and keep track of shit. So this is the second jar that we'll probably put the brown sugar in. Let it drain off for a second. Boom, boom. We'll put all this in the worm bin when I'm done with this video. If you want more videos on the worm bin, let me know. Drop it in the comments below. And I can really get into the worm bin, how I created it, all that. It's real easy. So once we have that, we'll use this fucking paper towel to kind of wipe shit down a little bit because I don't like a mess in my house. Clean this up later better. So we got 2 jars. We're going to stabilize one. We're going to leave one the way it is. We'll say, I'm going to leave this one the way, oh, actually that's a little heavier. We're going to go this one the way it is because we don't need as much. I'm actually going to run this through the filter again because it's looking pretty cloudy and chunky. And I feel like it didn't get everything it should have gotten. I'm going to do it like this. I'll just grab another jar. I don't care. I got plenty of jars that I can wash along. That. So we got 2 jars. So I got a scale here. And the next step is one of these jars, the one with more, I think, I want to keep for a year or more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this jar here, place it on the scale. Comes to 43 grams. I'm going to tare it. Now it's at 0. Now I'm going to weigh this one here. 58.3 grams. We'll go with 58 grams. So now we'll tear it down to 0. Throw this on here. I know I need 58 grams. I'll tear it again. And I've got brown sugar right here. Equal by weight 1 part brown sugar to 1 part of whatever the lactic acid bacteria is. Oh shit. Sorry. So we have 74. That's too much. I need 58. 64. 56, 58 grams, beautiful baby. So we'll just grab this real easy, slide it up and over. It's its own filter with this little paper I got. So we'll just go, whoop, and we'll mix it in really good and solid. The plan is that the brown sugar, equal weights, what it'll do is they'll basically suck out the micronutrients. It's almost like bokashi when they dry the grains and they like basically put the micronutrients that are going to help break shit down and eat stuff up. You put them in stasis. And so that's the point with this. So I'm going to store it real good till it's good and ready. And so this one, I'm going to label it. Lab, lactic acid bacteria, today's date. And I'll probably put it out with an expiration date of 10 months. It's good up to a year. Well, you know, at 10 months, make some more. It was pretty easy. That's it, kids. Lactic acid bacteria, the beginnings of one type of free amendment that you make that has the potential of whether you're in KNF, which can get really complicated, or you're in like I am, where you're going to make a simple abstract. This will allow you to also make other amendments. So, yeah, man. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. If you have any advice for me or you think I'm doing something wrong, please share. Hit the like button. If you got friends that are interested, get them to subscribe. I'm trying to still get up to 50 memberships so I can do the live videos. And I appreciate you as always. Stay grateful, fam.